Despite the new level to scatter shots, Zap Lalo is still alive and well in Clash of Clans, and today you're going to watch the player who finished 19th and 37th in the world dominate with the army. He crushes every single base, and he even ended the season with a perfect day. I did not have high hopes for Zap Lalo post-update, the reason being that the scatter shot got a whole new level which makes it impossible to take down with 6 lightning spells and 1 earthquake. But today you're going to see Tano, he's never going to zap a scatter shot, instead going to go for expos, rage towers, multi-infernos, and sweepers, and he's going to get the job done really easily. Now he's waiting for the rage tower to run out on this top side so that multi-inferno does not burn through the log launcher, and what he's trying to do with the log launcher is take down the eagle before the builder hut repairs it, but unfortunately 2 giant bombs go off. We do open the wall just in time, but the log launcher opens a little early. But he's trying his best to funnel so that the Yetis go in, and look at this. The Yeti mites and the Yetis actually go in thanks to the CC being there. And these Yetis are going to put in so much work. The king on the bottom side, perfect funnel set for him. He's going to go get the RC and the scatter. Baby Drag comes in to try and help out, but it's not going to do a particularly good job here. Being really patient on the poison spell. Don't know if we should have used it or not, but as long as you're sure of when you want to use it, that's really what matters. Gonna let our queen deal with it on the top side, and the king is going, he's going okay on the bottom, cleared out a huge bunch of the base. But look at that, the core of the base is gone. Really nice start up here, but he hasn't even used the Royal Champion yet. You're always going to see him use the Royal Champion with the Sui, either immediately or on slight delay, as you see here. And look at the value you're going to get. With the skeleton spell tanking for the heroes, I can't recommend bringing this skeleton spell enough, by the way. He gets value for it in every single attack, even though it's not used with the Lalo. The Sui is a huge part of this army, and the RC will go in, and she's going to get rid of the scatter shot, get rid of that defensive queen, and we are in business. Look at this Lava Hound. Now we're able to bring 3 Lava Hounds with this army comp. That's what I really like. And he brings the Rage spell, and every single time he's Laloing through the Town Hall, he uses the Rage over it, because you want to get those loons through the Town Hall quickly, particularly A, for the Town Hall beams, but also for that poison. And look at this, it's crushed. It's not even close, and I don't think he did anything in this attack that was especially like, oh my word, that was 200 IQ, that was the greatest thing I've ever seen. I think that was just altogether a really solid attack. He got a little lucky with the queen rerouting into the core, but aside from that, was kind of an overkill and perfectly executed. Another box space here, and look at this value he's going to get. Gets the Expo, multi, and a Rage Tower. You really can't ask for a lot more value than that at Town Hall 15. And you might notice this, you might recognize this box space, one of the more common ones in the game, so I had to put it in the video. And he's just going to use his queen to get the Town Hall. Doesn't really want to Lalo through the Town Hall here. I mean, anytime you can get the Town Hall for free, take it. And the king's actually going to get a Tesla farm for free. Now, I believe he wanted the king to wrap back up and then come with his main push through the multi that you see here. But getting a Tesla farm and getting the defensive queen is also pretty good value. Can't complain about that. And the Ice Golem hopefully dies here. Yep, perfect. The log launcher, it's not expected to take down the whole base, right? It's just here to help out with our RC and the skeleton spell / Ice Golem. And we're just trying to take out as much of the core as we can. The Yetis come out. They will help versus that defensive CC. And now we have a really awkward Lalo path, but he is going to make this work quite nicely. Notice he puts his Warden on the top side of his Lalo to help out versus that scatter shot in the core. Lava Hound goes across the middle. Hopefully it dies. Yep, perfectly done. The Rage Tower is already gone off, which is perfect. And look at that. Rage spell in the core of the base for us. Perfect Warden ability. Gets a Lava Hound in it as well, which is always good. We freeze the multi on the back end and the scatter shot, and we've got a line of balloons, and this is wrecked again. It's just so nice, this army. Like, bases are not ready to stop this, right? There are so many more meta attacks at the moment than this. You're not really seeing a lot of Zap Titans, you still see here or there, but you'll notice that what El Tano, I nearly said Immortal God, what El Tano is zapping in this attack is far different to than what you see a Zap Titans player use, which is enormous, because it just means the bases can't stop everything. They're going to try and stop the meta, but we're breaking the meta with this attack. I'm sure you all recognize this insanely toxic ring base, but look at this Zap value yet again. Multi-Expo Rage Tower, really good value, but do you know what's the best thing about this? He didn't activate the Town Hall. If you didn't notice where he put his Earthquake, go back and watch it. Really well placed. I believe he placed it kind of right here to make sure to not activate that Town Hall, because if you can help not activating the Town Hall, why wouldn't you? He didn't need his Quake spell to hit the Rage Tower. 6 zaps is more than enough to take that down. And then we're Suiing in. Now, the reason he comes in with the zap this side, I'm actually going to pause this, because obviously he could have zapped on this top side and gotten rid of 2 Expos multi Rage Tower, which is 1 extra Expo on what we got. But because we get rid of a lot of DPS on this side, we're able to deal with the CC really easily, right? We're able to deal with that without taking too much damage from our heroes. And if you can deal with the CC with the Sui, just makes this attack so much more simple. The CC really complicates things to deal with it mid-Lalo, because what if there's a bunch of Headhunters that come out and a bunch of Archers? What do you use the poison on, the Headhunters or the rest of it? So, much better to just deal with it like this. Queen gets nice value with her ability. And the RC is going to go up to the top side here. And we've cleared out like a nice quadrant of the base here. Nice funnel. It's a shame we couldn't get this sweeper. Would have loved to have got that down for the Lalo. But you know what? You can't have everything. Now, he does a mini Lalo from the top. But the actual Warden's going to come from this right-hand side, because this is where the defensive queen is. This is where our headhunters need to come from. And this is where we're going to send our blimp from. So he does bring the blimp on ring bases. And, I mean, you can see why. Like, you don't really want your entire Lalo to go through that Town Hall poison effect. Some of it will. The Yetis get on the Town Hall, take it down nice and quickly. And the Lalo's just going to envelop the back end. Now, this is actually going to end up looking extremely close, only because the Warden switches off the Lalo, instead follows the 2 Yetis. That's really the only problem with bringing Yetis with this army. Aside from that, they're huge. You saw in the other attacks with the log launcher how influential they can be. But yeah, it ends up looking really close. But I mean, look at this base. You guys saw it at the start. This base is incredibly toxic. Not a good base to run into at all. And he's still able to take it down with the Zap Lalo. So I thought that was really impressive, and why I wanted to put it in. I also wanted to talk about where he zapped and why it was good to deal with that CC nice and early. This is a very slow finish here, but 40 cups is 40 cups. Doesn't matter how you get it. Another ring base here. This time we're going to go after the Monolith, Sweeper, and 2 Bomb Towers. Not huge anti-Lalo value, but you'll see how this helps out our Sui. Yet again, zapping the same side as the CC to make our Sui as seamless as possible. Now, I know some of you might be thinking, Hooked, why are you showcasing this on this army on the channel? Not many people use it. And that is right, not many people use it. But I will tell you this, the number 3 player in the world last season, commonly known as Riqirez, was using Zap Lalo last season. I have seen a lot of you asking for his Blizz Lalo replays, and I think he was kind of trolling a bit, because a lot of the time, at the end of a day, the army he'd leave up on his home village was Blizzard Lalo, but I can confirm he was using Zap Lalo extremely effectively as well, I may add, averaging about 280, and let's see if Riqirez gets up nice and high again this season. Double Rage core of a ring base is terrible to deal with, but the Lalo coming through here, he actually managed to keep the RC alive. Notice he froze that scatter shot on the left side, so his queen can 1v1 it and take that down, make it so much easier for the Lalo. Yetis are tanking for our RC, even just for a second, and we're slowly going to overwhelm the back end. And I'm going to tell you this. The only reason this attack gets close is because the Headhunters, I don't know what happened to them in the Warden ability. I watched this replay a few times and still couldn't figure it out. But they don't quite kill all of the heroes. And you're going to see this RC goes a little ham here. But thankfully she goes after the Hound instead of the Balloons. And the Pups are just going to take out the rest of the base. So yet again, quite a close attack on a, on a ring base shows that this style of base is not as easy as boxes, but it is doable. We're just waiting for the Royal Champion to step over the wall, and there she does it. We come in with the Lightning and the Quake and get down the Multi-Inferno and the Rage Tower. Notice that the Quake activated these builder huts, so they weren't going to come over and heal. Really nicely done there. You'll also notice he's got one Zap spell left, because you only need 5 Zaps, 1 Quake to deal with a Multi-Inferno, and obviously that will deal with the Rage Tower as well. Coming in with the Sui here, kind of similar to what you'll see from the box base, is going to use the Log Launcher, King and Queen. King goes up one way, Queen will go the other, and we're going to use our Royal Champion on delay. Look at that, the Log Launcher takes down the Multi-Inferno in a second. Perfectly done. Skeleton spell is about half a second late because the ground bow is on our Queen, which is unfortunate, so her ability goes off. But the RC is going to come in with the Yetis here, and they're going to get some serious work done. So coming in, Expo gets stunned. That's the word I was looking for. And we're actually going to start the Lalo really early, but I want to watch this quickly. Look at this. Zap spell used there on the skeletons. Now, if there was headhunters in the CC, would have used the Zap spell on that, but just uses it on the skeletons, because what else are you going to use it on, right? So really nicely done. Gets rid of those, makes the RC's life just a little easier, even if he missed like one of them. So you know, if you don't use all your lightning, don't worry. You will always get value with it, whether it's dealing with the CC, resetting a single Inferno, resetting like a monolith even if you want. Just, you know, don't use 6 just because you feel like you have to. And this is wrecked. I mean, this was crazy. Just not even close. Really nicely done from Tano here. Was super patient with the Lalo. I didn't really talk about that a lot, but he had so many loons come from this top side. Didn't use too many into the Town Hall. Scared of that Town Hall poison effect, and he nets the rewards. Okay, you guys have seen 5 replays today, so I'm going to do a little test for you all. Where would you zap on this base? I'll give you a few seconds to figure it out. Alright, if you guessed a Sweeper, Rage Tower, Expo, Multi-Inferno, you are correct. Now, you might be wondering why I didn't go for the center Multi-Inferno, but it's the same as every other attack. We're going to use the Log Launcher to take that down from range. Now, he is being really patient with the Sui. One thing I like about this army, time isn't a major issue with it. There's no, like, huge blimp or anything. It's just a Sui, then a Lalo. As soon as the Rage Tower runs out, gonna come in with our heroes, because yeah, if that Expo was raged, this Ice Golem would have died so much more quickly and not gotten near as much value. King's coming in on the bottom side. Unfortunately, this skeleton spell's a second late. It was meant to tank at that Warden, but the King's pretty tanky anyway. Ice Golem doing a great job funneling on the bottom side. Unfortunately, Queen's taking a fair bit of damage, but thankfully, the Log Launcher is taking no damage. We use the RC to force the King inside the base. I really like this, because the King's tanking for our Log Launcher here. We can't afford this Log Launcher to get hit. The RC's going to go on the top side, and she might get a fair bit of value here. Log Launcher, look at this. It's just putting in so much work, and it takes down that multi with its final shot. Unfortunately, our RC dies, and there's actually some raged super minions in the defensive CC, which is scary for anyone. Nice rage and freeze, and look at this. The Warden's not even really following those balloons, but it's fine. With the Rage spell, you don't necessarily need your whole Lalo to go through the Town Hall, right? You can just have a few balloons go through it, and that will be enough. Warden across the middle, we freeze the multi, perfect timing. Hound pulls some of the red bombs, not all of them, but some of them, and the Lalo's just going to come across the base. Perfect poison on the top side to deal with the CC. Yetis are still tanking from the Log Launcher, man, they put in work, and this is tripled. And that right there is Zap Lalo for you all. What did you think about it? Are you going to give this army a go? Like I said, it's not just Tano using this. Riqirez is using it as well, and if they're using it, you might see a few extra people using it next season. Congrats, Tano, on not only a great finish, but also ending on a perfect day. If you want to see more Zap Lalo, albeit pre-update, I'll link it on the left where we had Vendetta coming in with some genuinely insane attacks. But that's it from us. Hope you enjoyed the video, and maybe we'll see you soon.